Motorman here. I've got a how-to video for you this week, and the how-to is going to be how to put these bags. These are from Viking. These are hard bags, lockable, quick release. I'm assuming all you got to do is mount the bracket on the bike. I haven't looked at the instructions yet because, well, men, we don't look at instructions. But anyway, just a quick recap of some of the things I've added to this bike. First thing, of course, was Tab Performance mufflers. And these right now, these Tab Performance mufflers for the slip-on, for the Softail bikes, they're slip-on mufflers, and they're about half the price of everybody else. And the reason for that is all the other manufacturers decided to put catalytic converters in their in their pipes, and they're costing like $850. It's outrageous. Tab doesn't have the catalytic converters. And just a quick recap of some of the things I've added to my Lowrider S. Also, Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing. And also, I've added, since we last spoke about this, reach handlebars. These put me in about the same position as I would be in a touring bike. And I like that position much better than having to lean forward to reach the bars. And also, forward controls. Forward controls on this bike work very well, puts me in a much more comfortable riding position. So let's get started with the bags. I'm going to show you exactly how they go on. It looks self-explanatory. All right, it looks like, and I looked for instructions, I'll admit it, but there were none. So I've got to take out these two bolts right here so that I can mount this bracket. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you if the bracket is left or right. They look both the same, so it's possible that either side doesn't make a difference which one you mount. They give you some bolts to mount it with, and one of them has two spacers on it. Again, it would be helpful to know where these spacers went, but like I said, no instructions. First thing is, these are T45s, Torx T45. I'm going to take those out. I'm going to take out one at a time, so none of this moves up or down. This is a 5/16. I thought it would be metric, but it isn't. It's 5/16. And I put the washer right over here because it fit perfectly in that spot. So like I said, it's going to be a lot of trial and error, and I'm going to do one at a time so as not to move this bracket and have to relocate it and have a problem with threads or anything like that. So, all right, I'm going to show you how this goes on, and I'm going to show you, well, before I bolt this onto the bike because it's easier to film this way. So right now it's on. You press this little tab down and it pops off. So to put it on, press this tab down, slide it from the back, and release the tab. All right, I'm going to save you probably an hour of frustration through my trial and error. Since there weren't any instructions, there's no way to tell, and they look exactly the same. The left bracket and the right bracket look the same. And when I went to put the bag on and clip it onto this bracket, it wouldn't go. No matter what, I screwed around with it for 45 minutes, and I said, that's it, I'll come back to it in the morning. And I'm glad I did, because what I realized was there's this one, the front one, it's slightly bigger or slightly longer than all these other docking areas. This needs to be in the front, towards the windshield or towards the front of the motorcycle. Once I switch them around, and it's just a little Allen screw there. Once I switched them around, it clipped right on. So if you get one with no instructions, just make sure that you have the slightly longer docking point at the front, and then it's going to work fine. These are all the tools you'll need. In fact, one of them you may not need at all, but you need a T45 Torx, you need an 8mm Allen, and a 5/32 Allen. But that's only if you have a problem with the docking points and have to switch them around. All right, I sped up the camera here because kind of boring thing to watch, but I'm going to take off these T45s. I'm going to put one end in at a time, just snug it up a little bit so that I can still move that bracket up and down. Take out the other Torx head, T45. Don't forget the Loctite. Slip that through, tighten this up. Really, this isn't brain surgery. Like I said, the only problem I had was when I didn't know that you had to have that little bit larger docking point in the front. If it happens to you, I've saved you, well, 45 minutes at least of screwing around with it in frustration. That's it. This is when you want to take it off, you pull up on this, or you could press down on this, and it pops right off. That's really it. All right, here's what they look like on the motorcycle, and I'm going to give you the good and the bad about this. I think they look fine on the bike. They are surprisingly good quality. I think these are $397 or $367, but you have a key here to lock this so that it can't be opened. This won't come up. Turn this, it tilts forward. Pretty good space in there. Very convenient little pockets. You can put your phone in there, whatever. And it even comes with a phone charger, by the way. That comes with it for no extra charge. These are I mean, real rigid bags. I don't know what material they use, but this is looks like a vinyl that's covered over the hard plastic, and they are really good quality. I'm surprised. The thing I don't like about them is, let me show you. Once you take the bags off, you're left with this bracket on the motorcycle. Granted, you could take this off. There's just these two bolts right here. You know, it would take you 5 minutes to get that off, but it would have been much better if this whole bracket came off and this somehow hooked onto the bolts here. There's many different designs that do exactly that, all of which are much more expensive than these bags. But yeah, if this bothers you, or maybe you're the type of person that's going to put the bags on and just leave them on, in which case no problem, because you can't see this bracket when the bags are on. But that's the only drawback I see. I should mention that not only can you lock the top here with this key, and they give you 2 keys for each bag, but you can also, there's another key inside here so that you could lock the bags onto the bracket. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this, and go to vikingbags.com, and I believe all the bags they have for the soft tails allow you to not have to relocate the signal lights. All right, please subscribe, comment below, and thanks for watching.